is there ever a situation where you would want to increase either increase the amount of time in the skin, change the, I know a few of your cams have a slower and softer insertion and then a faster, um, uh, whatever, pullback. Is there ever a situation where you want to increase the dwell time in the skin or change how quickly it gets in and out, or do you always want the needle to get in and out as quickly as possible?
Yeah, no, not always. I think that slower ones work really well for, well, first of all, your hand speed is going to play a part. So
Right.
if you're moving your hand really fast, you want it to get out really fast. If you like to move your hand slower, then you can get away with using a slower cam, and it might actually help you. What I've found is people who do a lot of dot work, that they have a very rhythmic way of moving their hand, and that works better with a slower moving cam versus the really fast one. Or like black and gray stuff. If you're like, if you've seen some of these portrait guys that they like have this very rhythmic way, they're barely touching the skin and they build up over time. I think the slower moving cams work better for that as well. Yeah.
Okay. And the slower moving cam, is that typically just on insertion or
I have, yeah, I have both. So two of the cams that I make are asymmetrical, so they slow down the insertion but maintain the quick recoil. Like one is slightly slower and one's much slower, and the philosophy behind that would be that the poke is what is causing the hole, so it doesn't necessarily need to hesitate in there. Once it's made its depth, get it out. I also have one that is just like a standard rotary that will go in at the same speed as it recoils, and it's as slow as it gets, right? Or as slow as I make it. I mean, I could technically, in the same way that I have a flat spot in the back of the cam or in the recoiled position, I could make that in the extended position, right? So it just waits there for 50% of its cycle, and it does the out in and half this,